I've made a mistake and I need to change something about it. Damn, beans overnight. They get ready and hey, look at his friend. All right. Oh, probably touching spiders. Where in the world are the other guys? You guys should be giving it a try. There's one, but there's another bean that needs to happen. We've got 3 peas over here. We've got at least 1 bean here. I guess the other one is, I don't know, it's trying. It's somewhere. And then we've got this one and this one. So I saw somebody on TikTok make a tripod for their various green things that like to, you know, pull beans, peas, they like to vine. So instead of having this trellis back here, I think I'd like to make tripods for these guys. And then I can plant more of the peas and the beans forward to fill the tripod. And then here, hello? I told the cucumber to start, it started. Yell at the vegetables, they will start growing. Oh my God. Thank you. Anybody over here wants to start to become food, I'd really like to see you grow. Thank you. Become zucchini. Anyhow, what this would need for me then is to take this trellis, and I want to take 2 fence posts and put them here and here, and then have this piece come up to meet it from the back. So it's like that, and I can access it in like that, and then have the tripods here, because otherwise this is cramped, I think. I don't think it's enough room. I've grown cucumbers and zucchini before, and when they are happy, they go everywhere. So I think I should do this right and redo this. Things here are happening. We've got grass, we've got carrots. We've got carrot. Also weeds. Don't onions take a long time to get going? Like, I'm not gonna know onions are coming until, I feel like that's gonna be a while. But everything else looks cool. Let's check these guys in here. You can see who it soaked the most. I think I would need to get drippies that go. Also, this thing has cracks. See, there's water, but it can't get to it. So I think I wonder if I could, well, oh. Somebody's growing. Because this makes me think I should have like several more lines. I'm unsure. Do we think that's a lettuce? Or do we think that's not something we want to grow? God dang it. Maybe if I put this one up here, it'll fill and touch those cups first. I gave you a bath, but I see that does not matter. You getting one signal? Do you want to go get some water? Come in. Cilantro is not letting me down. I could have sworn I put 1 seed. I guess I lost it on that. But I think something else. We're still living on cilantro. Maybe dill. You can absolutely bet that I get pond water. And I don't catch any toad poles, I promise. I double check. But I get that to give it more nutrients, because there's fish poop, frog poop, you name it. I really wish I could make sure these are getting more of this agua. You're gonna sit in here? Get out of there. You're gonna get too hot. It's too warm. You have fur. You're wearing it. And keep it growing. Like, keep doing your thing. See? Look at this. Look at this jalapeno. Hey. Just encouraging everybody. Do your best work. Now, these got rained on last night. We're getting rain this week. Let's just pond nutrient the top of the potatoes. We'll do a trickle down effect. This is not economics. This is, can we grow this? Okay, what am I finding for pea and bean tripods. I think it's gonna be in here and that scares me, but here we go. This was what we took out of the living room, and these pieces were in the garage. But everything back there, that like bat house, bird house, old railing, that workbench, all of this was here as well. And we learned that horses lived in this guy. Looks like it's holding on for dear life, and there's so much wood in there, but we don't actually heat the house that way. So what I need are the fence posts. Now, you might be thinking, that's a lot of wood behind you. Why don't you just use branches? But I can't tell you how brittle and rotted those are because we are in the Northeast and they're not driftwooding. But this is so rotten. A lot of them are pine. In this area, they've been sick for like 30 years, and there's also a beetle. Maybe it's switched, but these pine trees are not healthy in this area anymore. And all the things they drop aren't going to hold up in a garden over time. They're just going to break. And I wish we had like better hardwood sticks, some of the maples maybe, but this stuff is just so wet and so rotten. And I'm not going to cut down trees to do this either. We want the trees to grow, so I have to use those fence poles. And again, this is about using what we have. And they left us with sliced up trees, old pieces of step, old corrugated roofing. This part of the back of the property is still as we bought it. So that's why I'm trying to get into this creepy shed / old horse paddock and use what we have. So if you're wondering, why don't you just use sticks? I would, but they're junky. They're wet. I'm so scared to get into this. Ugh. I'm gonna do it. I got them, and I just saw something else we might need. I'm just generally like creeped out by some shit. That's all. Like, I can do this. I used to work as an archaeologist outside. Do you know where I have had poison ivy? Just a field technician. But this is my yard, and I just don't like how creepy some things are. I wrapped the cucumbers at our old property, but these things could absolutely be a trellis. I could cut all this stuff off. Literally, this is what I'm looking for. Holy moly. Problem solver. What? Now, I understand you might be having another thought, like, girl, why don't you just tunnel it? But then I have to get in there. And then whatever grows here takes up the space of there, and then it's way too crowded for zucchini and cucumber. So I want to give them a big trellis and a big place to grow. And then peas and beans, they get their own architecture. And that way, all the vegetables get their own Mojo Dojo Casa house that they need. See this moth though. Look at this pretty boy. Look at this guy doing moth things. Yeah. All right, now you see how my plan for this trellis came together, so that they're going to grow up, and I can probably get somebody stronger than me to get these fence posts in a little bit more so it maybe can arc back, but that's a lot of growing space for these, and they'll hang. It's a half arch. I've seen some amazing gardens with arches, but this is just what you get when you need to have things that vine go places. It's done. It's done because my phone died and I kept going. Now these are really smooth-sided sticks, but I have string and more netting, so even just wrapping some netting around it and securing it on that top is going to help give those little pea and bean vines something to hold on to. But this is what was here, and we're making it work. And now we have a trellis for things that are barely growing that I would really like to grow. Much better. Everybody's watered. Everybody's getting the space they need. Looking good. So, as far as progress updates here for middle of May, potato tower is in. We're just waiting for it to become potatoes. We've got a bunch of peas, beans, and the very start of cucumber. Everybody's got a place to grow with room for improvements to be made. We've got the front of this bed planted. Carrots are happening. This back bed is waiting for some more turnover, some more of that growing coconut coir type of stuff. I decided I'd like to turn that in there. And what's in the greenhouse we can either add to or hope that those guys grow and we can get them into these open spaces. And as for the rest of the paving bricks back there, got another idea for another part of the house, so you're just gonna have to wait until I get the gumption to get it done. Thanks for checking out my DIY setup. Everything here, except for the steel raised beds and the irrigation system, everything was here when we got here or stuff we already owned. I love doing things that way. Whether you're really into gardening or a fan of Tolkien, join me at the Eisengarden by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you know when I upload. You can always leave a comment and hit the thumbs up to help me out a little more. Thanks for watching.